All right, ladies and gentlemen, how y'all doing? It's your boy MC Chaz, and you know how we do it. It's a good day that the Lord has made. Hallelujah! Glory, 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 glory. All right, very quickly, I want to address a video I came across 2 days ago. This African American dude, or I should say, this Black American dude, Terrence, made a video and said a whole bunch of stuff about Africa and all whatnot. And although amongst everything he said, there were just few truths, but there were larger amounts of ignorance involved in that video. First off, the brother said Africa has no police. And I'm just looking like, is that not real dumb? First of all, police is not just a role that is made to protect the citizens. It's also creating jobs. And I believe that most countries definitely like to create jobs as well. So I look at it like, okay, Africa doesn't have police. Okay, let's assume Africa doesn't have police. America has police. Let's see what the police be doing to black people. Every month there's almost like a death somewhere. It's been almost 500 plus deaths just this year alone by the police. Yeah, Africa doesn't want that type of police. Yeah, we don't want to mess with that shit. You understand what I'm saying? Okay, moving on. Secondly, let me correct this motion. Let me correct this statement, because some people are so ignorant they actually would not even go to Google to search for something. Africa is not a country. I don't know how many times I got to tell these African Americans, for Christ's sake, fuck shit. Africa is not a country. Africa is a continent with a lot of countries in it. Get this geography correct for once in your fucking lives. You understand what I'm saying? Secondly, he said, Africa doesn't have rights. You go there, you don't have rights, and this and that and this. Okay, cool. Let's assume Africa doesn't have rights. America has rights. What has your right gotten you? The right hasn't stopped this motherfucking policeman shooting black people. The rights haven't stopped you from getting equal treatment. Yeah, your rights ain't taking you nowhere. Talk about it. You said Africa doesn't have lawyers. I'm like, that's another dumb shit to say. Okay, let's say Africa doesn't have lawyers. America has lawyers. How many of those lawyers can you afford? Yeah, you can afford some of them. Sometimes you commit a crime, the government will give you a lawyer that's actually going to put you in jail. Think about it. Slow down. All right, now moving on. He's like, oh, you go to Africa. Africa doesn't have Section 8. They don't have Section 8 houses. They don't have food stamps. Well, yeah, you're right about that one. Africa doesn't have Section 8 houses, and we don't have food stamps. And I think we just consider that for lazy people. In Africa, it's either you have it or you don't. You got the money to buy shit, you buy it. So I'm looking at him like, brother, man, y'all be making some fucking ass ignorant statements. But okay, no problem. We'll be here to address them. Then he goes on to say something that just kind of like knocked me off my foot. Like Africa, they live in huts, and we live beside lions. The lions live with us. And I'm looking like, my whole time in Africa, I never saw a lion for one day. The first place I saw a lion was in Washington, D.C., where I live. You know what I'm saying? That's the first time I saw a lion. And guess where that lion came from? That lion actually came from Africa. But it's amazing to see that lion, is making more money than most of the black people here. The lion, you got to pay something, you got to pay somewhere. You just got to pay something sometimes to see a freaking lion. You know what I'm saying? So that lion is actually making more money than some of them black people over here. So I'm looking at it like, we don't really live with lions, because I'm sure we will be food for those lions. Secondly, you call our houses huts. And I'm looking like, brother, I mean, I've been to some places in America, man. I look at the place, I'm like, yo, this part shouldn't be part of America. Like, go to down, like inside of Baltimore, like, it's like real ghetto. It's like crazy buildings. I'm looking like, brother, man, what? Like, these houses, man, we got way better stuff in Africa than these houses, But moving on, then he moves on to say, this one is oh my God, this was the most ignorant thing that came out of this guy eating this chicken. I'm looking at him like, this guy is dumb as fuck. You say Africans don't like African Americans? My man, I need you to slow down on that roll right there. There's never a time Africans never liked African Americans. Now let me tell you this little history, because I'm sure you don't know. Africans coming here. Yes, you're right. There are a lot of stuff we don't have in Africa. But you got to think about it too. America has been on its independence for over 200 plus years. Africa, some of the countries, let me use my country as an example, Nigeria, it's only about 50-something years of independence. It's a growing nation. It's a growing country. By the time we get to 200, let me see you say something. You understand what I'm saying? So sometimes you guys don't know. You just talk like real idiots. And I'm looking like, man, how can somebody be this slow? You know what I'm saying? Africans coming here. we get called names because we do things differently, because the culture is different, the tradition is different, because some of the people from Africa that come here to America haven't been that exposed. They haven't even seen the beautiful cities in Africa, but all of a sudden they're right here in America. So things are different. They got to get used to it. Yes, they don't know. They don't know how to use the metro. We don't have metro buses in some countries in Africa, and in some countries we do. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm looking at him like, brother, there's never been a time Africans disliked African Americans. You understand? But we come in here and we feel segregated. We feel like we're being pushed to the corner because we don't know how to use this. We don't know how to use that. And the next thing, names are coming in. African booty scratcher, monkeys that, monkeys this. And I'm looking like, yo, if this is coming out of our fellow black people, then why the hell should I care when them white people treating y'all like slaves? You understand what I'm saying? So the Africans, we kind of like pull back. And we're like, you know what? It is cool. And do what you got to do. We'll do what we got to do. What we know is we're coming in here. We're going to go to school. We're going to live in beautiful houses. We're going to drive good cars. And guess what? We're going to take your jobs. That's the way you guys sit, you know? But we're coming in here because we don't have that much back home. So when we come in here, we put in our A game, y'all. Like, we're not darling. Go to Atlanta. You're going to hear about Africans. Go to Texas. You're going to hear about Africans. My brother, go to the hospitals. Go to the best of the best hospitals. You're going to see African doctors. You see African nurses. My brother, go to the pharmacies. You'll see African pharmacists. You're going to go to engineers. You'll find African engineers. You'll find African lawyers, African businessmen. Like, go to the best Ivy schools. We got a whole bunch of Africans in those schools, man. What are you talking about, my brother? Shut the fuck up and get with the program. Unite with black people, yo. And if you don't have something to say, shut the fuck up and go pick the book up and read. Hey, best still, you can go to Google. I'm sure you got Google on your phone. Google something about Africa. Don't sound ignorant all the time. And it's a damn shame that some African Americans are here bashing Africa, and white people going to Africa and they're living good. They buy houses. They don't even want to come back. Some white people come there and they're like, yo, man, the women over here, man, you guys are so cultured. Them African American girls, they don't know shit. They're so ghetto. They're this, they're that. And I'm looking like, damn. Like, how long do black people have to be separated from each other? It don't make no damn sense to me. I can sound as ignorant as I want to be, but my brother, man, I keep it real with you. Africa doesn't need you. Africa might want you. But I believe that the moment you understand what the African and the African American means and the ties you have to Africa, the better you begin to understand life itself. And things that happened during slavery have happened. I wasn't there during slavery. I don't know shit about it. I come into America and I go to school. And then when I go to school, I learn about the history. And when I learn about the history, I come out and I'm like, yo, man, there's still some racism in this fucking country, man. Because some white people treat black people wrong. But hey, the same way you love those white people, Terrence, is the same way we love them white people. Trust me, when they come to Africa, we take good care of them. You trust me on that one. And I've seen some African Americans that come to Africa, man, and they embrace Africa. And the truth is, they are so different from the rest of you. They are so different. Trust me, Jay-Z goes to Africa. Trust me on that one. Wale goes to Africa. Even Kim Kardashian has gone to Africa. And Kim Kardashian, that doesn't have a profession, that is not known for nothing, still is able to make $250,000 out of that freaking Africa. But you, who is an African American, you can't even find your way to Africa. You want to go on a vacation from Minnesota. You're going, oh, I'm going on vacation. Going on vacation. Where? Miami? Girl, be quiet. That is not a vacation. You're just going to another state. You know what I'm saying? You want, be open. Open your minds up. Let your brain reach its full horizon. Experience the world. Some of you don't even have passports. Some of you don't even know what passports are. And yet you want to sit there and you want to make noise and make noise and make noise. Listen, my brothers and sisters, you guys are our brothers and sisters. Whether you like it or not, it is what it is. Now, you can keep running away and hey, it is what it is. But when we come in here, we're going to take over. We're going to do what we got to do to make sure. And look around. Look around all the Africans you know. Yes, they come in here, but find out why they always want to go back to Africa. They always want to go back to Africa. They make money, they build houses in Africa. They make money, they buy cars in Africa. They open up businesses in Africa. Trust me, it might be some countries are about 50 years old, independence-wise and all that stuff, trust me, by the time you know what's happening, Africa is going to be the new America. So you can sit there and keep talking all that bullshit. And trust me, I'm not pissed at all. I just feel like I could use this media to educate some of you. Africa is your home. Some of you can't even speak a different language other than English. I can speak Pidgin English. I have different I will sell you in a second. I see some white people come in, they learn how to speak some African languages, and I'm like, this is impressive. Some white people actually know how to speak Yoruba better than myself. And I'm looking like, man, this is impressive. Do you know what it would mean to have African Americans understand that Africa is theirs? It is yours. You are welcome home. There is no African person that dislikes African Americans. But we don't like the way we get treated when we come into your country. If you come to Nigeria, we will take care of you. We will show you what it is to be a king and a queen. Better than being treated like someone who doesn't have anything in America. So get this right and get it into your head. And don't be fooled by the society. Don't be fooled by media. Don't let media paint something that is not. Trust me, if we're that dumb and if we really come from places where it's just huts, then how come we come in here and we go to universities and we're still beating people who have been here? Look at Washington, D.C. Look at Howard University. Of 60-something pharmacists that graduated, 47 were Africans. 47 were Africans. My brother, get with the program, man. Shut the fuck up and get with the program. I'm your brother, man. You understand what I'm saying? I don't need you. I want you. But if we come together, we can make good things happen. Both here in the United States of America and in Africa and in every other place that are black people. It's your boy MC Chaz, man. I'm signing out. And I'm going to go and eat my fufu and egusi soup that I bought yesterday. I ain't eating no fucking chicken from KFC. That shit is full of chemicals to preserve those chickens. I eat country fowl. Go Google Kati Kati International Country Fowl. Chicken with organic nutrients in it.